Everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Here to do my empties and my unempties for the week. So everything I melted for a little bit over a week actually, because it's Sunday night. So I melted from Sunday through to Sunday. Anyway, first full week back at work. I did 2 days in the office, but that said, I still changed my melts when I got home. I seem to be doing that these days when I go to the office. I don't melt in the mornings, but I do melt it when I get home in the evenings, and you'll have to excuse I still have stained hands. Okay, so empties first. This week, not so much on the empties front, but this week in general was a big week for teddy bees. I did pick a lot of teddy bees this week, and I did still have some clamshells from Super Tarts, because last week was a big Super Tarts week and I still had some clamshells that I didn't get to. So those seem to be the two big features of what I've got this week. So the first scent that I have here is Super Tarts Palo Santo, Cactus, Sea Salt and Buttercream. So I did a bit of Cactus and Sea Salt melting this time around. I just have been really enjoying it this summer. This one is really lovely though, because it is quite different. Like compared to, I mean, I'll talk about my next scent. Literally, I did this Cactus and Sea Salt from Scoopable Tart Wax. So Cactus and Sea Salt, this fresh sea salt, juicy cactus notes. And I love Cactus and Sea Salt because it's just so beautifully crisp and fresh, and it's beachy, but that juicy cactusness, just cactusness. Anyway, it's just amazing. So I love that one. But the creamy note and the slight sort of spiced wood from the buttercream and the Palo Santo in this, it takes it to a really different place, and it's really good. I really just, this one is such an unusual but such a really lovely blend. One moment. So yeah, love this. It throws pretty well. I'd say medium to high. Definitely a repurchase if it comes back again. And I really enjoyed the Cactus and Sea Salt from Scoopable as well. I'd get this too. It threw for a long time and it was really strong. So both of those, great scents. Abalone and Black Sea from L3. Sorry, it seems a bit dark on the camera tonight. I'm not sure why that is. Could be my glasses are irritating me tonight. So I've enjoyed this one. It's definitely got like masculine kind of cologne tones. I'm guessing, I think from the Black Sea, and there's absolutely like an amber note in there, but it's also, it's just a really nice oceanic scent. So yeah, I've enjoyed this one. I've mostly been melting it in the bedrooms. It throws well. It's not like my absolute favorite of this type of scents. I have other kind of oceanic masculine scents that I like more than this one, but this one is still pretty good. It threw pretty strongly. I don't know if it's a repurchase, but it has been nice. Raspberry Whip, Zucchini Bread and Adipose from L3 Waxy Wonders. I'm very sad to have used this up because this was amazing. I melted it at the same time as my custom, which is Raspberry Adipose and Zucchini Bread. Raspberry Whip, Raspberry. Doesn't sound like it would be that different, but they turned out very different. And I much preferred the Trig Tart. I'm still kind of kicking myself because I meant to replicate the Trig Tart, but for some reason I forgot that it was Raspberry Whip when I put it down. Her raspberry oil just has a bit of a floral tone to it, which is not bad, but in here, the Raspberry Whip and the Zucchini Bread together, they just create this amazing scent that you just don't get in this one. So, love this medium to high throw. Definitely need to get that combo. Like, I need to get this version. I do enjoy this one, but it's not as good. I do need to melt this with some mango. I know that was one of my plans, and sort of summer, good time to do it. I think it would go very, very well with mango. Melting this in the office at the moment. So Merry Christmas from Empire Alchemy. This is peppermint fluff, wild Madagascar vanilla, papaya fruit, and sweet mint. This smells good. It smells quite familiar. I feel like I've smelled kind of a, even though I can't think of anything that would be similar based on the notes, I feel like I've smelled like a similar kind of minty fruity scent from Super Tarts before. Yeah, like that combo of mint and fruit is really familiar to me. Hang on, sorry. Sorry, just my glasses, I had to go clean my glasses properly. They were driving me crazy. Yeah, this, it's nice. It's not too minty, but the mint is definitely there. it's a nice blend. Quite refreshing, I think. I'm getting quite good throw from it in here. I don't know if it's one I would purchase, but it's been nice. I finished Teddy B's Hot Girl Summer. So this is crisp melon, island coconut, palm leaves, and a hint of beach treats, which is beach nights. This, it's okay. It's not a favourite. To me, it's quite strong on the beach nights. It's not a hint. And then there's kind of a coconutty thing in there and a touch of melon. Yeah, it's kind of like a slightly, like a coconutty beach nights with a touch of something extra. It's, yeah. It's never been one I've been like totally enamored with, even though I know a lot of people love this scent. It just hasn't been for me. It throws pretty well. It's a pretty high throwing scent, but yeah, not something I get again. Drop that one. So, Zeep Lavender Soda. So I've heard a lot about Zeep Lavender Soda. This was a clamshell cube. And this was good, but I found that it didn't really give much lavender when it was melting. So I've had lavender soda scents before. I think I had two really good ones. I had one from a brand that I don't think has come back called Geo and Turner. And then I had Scoot from L3. And even though I'm not the biggest lavender fan, I do enjoy lavender soda. Like the fizziness just really kind of goes well for me with lavender. And this was nice, but it was mostly just a fizzy soda scent. I really didn't detect much lavender when it melted. So I know this is a really popular one, so I don't know if it's like different in her, like different form. I don't know. Anyway, but maybe it's popular because it doesn't smell very much like lavender, or maybe it's just my nose. I don't know. Threw quite well. Not something I would purchase though. Mango Cobbler from L3. So this one, there's another mango scent that I'll talk about when I get to my Unempties as well. There's a few oils that L3 put out, like single oils that L3 poured a little while ago that were new to, she hadn't had them before, and this was one of them. And so far, of the ones I've tried, they all smell amazing on cold, but something happens to them when they get warmed up. I don't know. This one smells like it's going to be the most delicious mango bakery I've ever had. Like, get this beautiful rich cobbler smell, and the mango just blends so perfectly. But when it warms up, the mango starts smelling kind of overripe and just not right. It improves as it melts, but it's still, it's okay. Like, I don't dislike the scent, but just compared to how it smells cold, it just doesn't get there for me, you know. So yeah, it's okay, but it's not great. It's not a repurchase. I think I do have another bag of it. I bought two because I really thought I was going to love it. And on cold, like smelling this bag here, I would melt that time and time again if it smelled like what it smells in the bag here. It throws quite strongly too, but yeah. L3 Blueberry Kolaches. So this is sweet blueberries glazed flaky buttery pastries. This is not bad. Probably the wrong time of year to melt it, but like I only had 2 pieces left, so I just wanted to finish it. Because that kolache scent is a very heavy, dense, rich pastry bakery, which is not my favourite type of scent to melt in the warmer weather. That's definitely a cooler weather scent to me. It blends quite nicely with the blueberries, and I feel like the bakery is quite strong, like the blueberries doesn't overwhelm, so really good from that perspective. Wrong time of year to melt it. Don't think it's a repurchase. Like, I've enjoyed kolaches, but not enough to kind of keep getting it. It throws very strongly though. I was going to say that's everything, but it's not. Zeep Pineapple Fizzy Pop. Zape? I'm saying it wrong. It's Zape. I think if I had like the label, because you know it's got like the pronunciation guide, because I was just reading it off a homemade label. Zape. Pineapple, this was okay as well, but again, really just smelled like fizzy pop. I got very little pineapple off it. I do love me a good pineapple scent, so I could smell a little bit of it, but yeah, really not that much. It was strong, a very strong scent, but mostly fizzy pop. So not something I would purchase again, because I think I have other vendors that I've had fizzy pineapple scents where I've got more pineapple. Throws well, but yeah. And then Strawberry Pound Cake, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles and Sugar Cookie Royale from L3. This one, it's been okay, only okay. The Strawberry Pound Cake is not my favourite from L3. And it hasn't thrown super well. This was probably medium at best this time in the bedrooms. Like, yeah, not bad, but just given how much I like a pumpkin pecan waffles and a sugar cookie royale, this combo is just okay. So I wouldn't get it again, but it, you know, it's alright, I guess. Alright, time to do the unempties. I might do the clamshells first because they kind of precariously stacked. And I feel like they're going to fall all over the place. I don't have very much space where I work here. Alright, so Sand Dollar Cookies from Super Tarts. So this is citrus, sweet florals, vanilla musk, spun sugar, and sugar cookies. This is a not bad scent, but I'm always a bit confused when to melt it. Because I do get a bit of the sugar cookie note. Enough that I feel like it's a scent that I want to melt when I melt my bakery in the morning. But the rest of it feels like an afternoon scent. So, yeah. It is pretty. Like, definitely sweet floral, sweet kind of scent with a bit of citrus, but you've definitely got that cookies there as well. So I like it, but it doesn't really fit with my melting patterns. It threw medium to high. I don't think it's a repurchase, but it's fine. Phoenix from Super Tarts. So this is pineapple whipped cream marshmallow. So this is a scent I have adored in the past. I still love how it smells, but it didn't throw particularly well this time. I had 2 Super Tarts pineapple scents that have done really well for me in the past, but not this time. So I don't know if maybe they just need to be melted. Super Tarts normally has pretty good longevity, but maybe the pineapple scents don't. I don't know. So I might melt this one in my office just to keep it in a smaller space next time, because it is a fantastic pineapple scent. Like, just simple, creamy, delicious, sweet pineapple. Love it. Her pineapple oil is fabulous. Definitely would repurchase this, but yeah, I don't know if maybe it's November 21, so I feel like it should last longer than that. It's possible too, like I melted it on a particularly warm day and we had the aircon on, so maybe that was messing with it. I don't know. I still feel like most of my fruity scents can kind of survive against the aircon though. So the other one was Sugar Sugar. So this is pink sugar marshmallow fluff and pineapple. I do think those two scents are quite similar in some way. Like, one's marshmallow, one's pink sugar, but other than that, they're the same oils. Like, you can smell the pink sugar in this, but ultimately it's just a really sweet pineapple. It's just got a different sweetness to it. I love this one as well, but yeah, it also didn't throw super well. So we'll see how they do next time. Beast from Super Tarts. So this is blueberry and cornbread. Adore this one. This one and Oklahoma are probably my 2 all-time favorite blueberry bakery scents. This one is just so good. Her cornbread is delicious. Her blueberry is delicious. It's just delicious. Yeah, it always throws really well for me. It smells really good in the blend Zeus, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called now, but the one that's got coffee as well. I just love that scent. Throws amazingly. It's fantastic. Got this going in my lounge room at the moment. So Black Sea Avocado Sea Salt Nectarine. I am enjoying this down there. I feel like it's more, even though it's got like black sea and sea salt, it's the avocado and sea salt oil, which I'm not super familiar with. But the nectarine really blasts through, and some nectarines smell really off to me, but this one smells good. So this smells really fruity, but that salty freshness just smells so good with it. I don't really get black sea other than maybe a slightly polished amber note. But yeah, I'm really enjoying like fruity with sea salty kind of scents at the moment. So I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I have previously. Throwing very strongly down in the lounge room. Not 100% sure if it's a repurchase at this stage, but I am very much enjoying it. This I did not melt this week, so I'm going to put that over there. Indian Summer from Super Tarts. This is vanilla bean, clementine, and honey. So this is nice. I really don't get clementine from it, which I wish I did because I love her clementine oil. I mostly get the honey. Now, Super Tarts honey oil, and I'm not really all that familiar with honey scents from other vendors. Her honey, it doesn't smell like honey. It smells like a kind of deep, musky perfume approximation of honey, maybe. And I get that really strongly. And I only know that I get that because it's the same, like there's another scent, My Lady, and I smell it really strongly there too, which I enjoy. And Indiana Jones, which is probably renamed now. Now, Indiana Jones is one that I don't love, but it also has that very strong scent note. I can smell a little bit of the clementine here, but I just wish it came through much stronger. That said, I like that honey note, so I did like this. But yeah, I just didn't get much clementine from it. It was very, very strong. In fact, it was kind of powering into and kind of overplaying, I think, whatever I was melting. I did this in the kitchen and it was kind of overpowering what I had in the lounge room. So yeah, very, very strong. I don't think it's a repurchase, but it's nice. This is what I was melting that it overpowered. So doubloons from Super Tart. So Golden Sands and Ocean Breeze. Yeah, so this is another one of those kind of just fresh, beachy scents I've been really enjoying lately. It smells like it's got a slight floral to it. I think it's really pretty, but yeah, the Indian summer kind of pushed through it. So I didn't really get to enjoy this one that much. I think this one's only kind of medium throw, which is part of the problem. So probably not a repurchase, but it is a pretty scent. And Pirate's Booty from Super Tart. So Boom Boom and Pink Sands type. I actually quite enjoyed this one. I don't know if Super Tarts has done a lot of Boom Boom melting, but I like this one because it's not super heavy on the Boom Boom. I think it's mostly that Pink Sands, which is just to me like a kind of tropical beachy perfume. Like, it's nice. So I did enjoy this one. It threw pretty well. I don't know if it's a repurchase, but look, it was nice. And not heavy on the Boom Boom at all. Which may be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what you like. Teddy Bees Peach Cobbler Circus Cookies. So this is Frosted Circus Sugar Cookies blended with Decadent Peach Cobbler. Love this one. I've always loved this one. I'm regretting, for some reason, when the last time I bought this, which was October 21, I only got myself 2 soufflés. Why did I only get myself 2 soufflés? If it gets poured again in a pre-order in the next 6 months, I'll probably be fine. But if it doesn't, I'll be in trouble. Because I want to keep melting this, but it's just so delicious and sugary and cobblery and peachy and just amazing. Oh, it smells so good. It's not like a spicy peach cobbler, but it's not overly sweet either. It's just, but it is sweet, but it's like a sugar cookie dense sweet, you know, like, oh, it's so good. It throws pretty well. I am melting it in my office to kind of, because when I melt it in my office, I'm only using it in one warmer, so it will last longer versus if I was to melt that in my lounge room, then I'd be using 3 warmers. So that is how I will, you know, be conservative with that one. Fresh Summer Woods from Teddy Bees. So this is Cottonwood, Driftwood, Orange Blossom, Vanilla, and Crisp Airy Undertones. This scent is always one that intrigues me. Like, it just smells so interesting. Apparently smells like drawer sheets or dryer sheets or something, which I'm not familiar with. But it does smell a bit like a laundry product, but like a really interesting one. It does have woody tones to it, but it doesn't smell like a woodsy scent to me. It is airy. It has got a bit of a vanilla note. Like, when I look at those notes, I'm like, I can kind of recognize most of it. But it just turns into something really... It's really fresh and interesting. I don't know. It doesn't smell like authentic woods, but it's nice. Like, I like it. I'm not crazy about it. It's not one I, you know, go out of my way to reach for, but whenever I melt it, I'm just like, that's really interesting. It's good. It throws very strongly. It's a very, very strong scent. Possibly a repurchase. I'm not sure with that one. Super Tarts Jackal. This one's now called Spread the Love. So this one is blackberry jam, zucchini bread, I think, and mallow fluff, maybe, or vanilla bean noel. I can never remember. It is amazing. I kind of forgot I had this little bag. It was from some sort of like mixed bag or something she did a while ago. And this one probably didn't throw quite as strongly as some of my other Jackal clamshells, so I probably need to get a move on with melting it. But it's so delicious. Her blackberry jam it's the blackberry jam stars, the zucchini bread just Best blackberry jam scent ever. Love it. Still through pretty well, just not quite as strong as my clams. Will always be a repurchase, that scent. I just love it so much. L3 Black Ranger. So this is blackberry jam, butter cookies, and marshmallow pound cake. I've tried this one a few times now. It does not throw for me. Like, it smells really light on cold, and on warm, like seriously on cold, I can't smell blackberry jam butter cookies. I can smell like the lightest marshmallow scent. I don't know if this was somehow like a mispour, but I think I've had this one once in a sample before, and I think I had the same problem. Like, I don't know. I think the marshmallow pound cake just completely cancels the scent out, because the blackberry jam butter cookie normally smells like something to me. But yeah, you just get a tiny bit of sweetness in the air and then nothing else. So yeah, this one's not a repurchase. I thought maybe sitting on it. It was poured in like August last year. So I think the first time I melted it was a couple of months later. I'm like, all right, I'll give it more cure time. But August to January, that should throw. So rosemary, mint, cashmere cedar, pine, and boom boom from L3. This is incredible. It is my custom, but it's not my blend. I got it as a sample once, and I remember I was really skeptical about it because rosemary and mint in particular is an oil that has triggered headaches for me before. But it's so good. It's got this beautiful crisp freshness from the rosemary mint, but the cashmere cedar and the boom boom blend together really well, and the boom boom the pine just, it is heaven, this scent. This one is so lovely. I should melt it more. I feel like I haven't melted it enough. Very strong throw. Definitely will do again. Although that said, I do feel like I'm moving through it slowly. Like, I kind of felt like I needed to sit on it until the warmer months, and then I forgot about it. So to be fair to me, it was sitting in the wrong drawer for a little while. So, but yeah, I definitely need to melt more of that. L3 zucchini bread, Sanders on keto, lemon pound cake. So the first time I melted this, I thought maybe, maybe it just needed more cure time. This time, this one doesn't throw. It smells so delicious on cold. Like, just one of the most, it smells like it's going to be one of the most amazing lemony bakeries I've ever smelled. The zucchini bread and the lemon. I don't think I've done lemon with zucchini bread that often. I really need to do that more. I was kind of hoping this scent would get there, but it doesn't throw for me. I don't get it. Because it smells so good. I might try this one again in like scoopable or something, because I really want this scent to work, but it just doesn't, I can smell it, but it doesn't smell amazing, and it's not strong enough. It's like light medium. So I am going to try it again, but yeah. You know. Witches Be Crazy for blueberries from Teddy Bees. So birthday cake, pecan waffle, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spice vanilla blended with sweet blueberries. I know a lot of people love this one. I wanted to try it because a lot of people love it. Witches Be Crazy, though, is not a favourite blender of mine, even though I do love her pecan waffle scents. The sugar cookie dough and the birthday cake, I've decided those two oils together, they just create something that's a bit artificial, plasticky smelling. And I did get that here. So this was kind of nice because the blueberries doesn't overwhelm it. Like, the blueberries is there, but it does blend nicely in. So if it wasn't for that kind of plasticky scent that it gets, I would have enjoyed this more. So I'm finding with Witches Be Crazy, the more I melt it, the more those notes are coming out, the ones that I don't like. Like, when I first got Witches Be Crazy, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But over time, my nose is just picking up that plasticky smell that I don't love. So it was okay, but it wasn't anything like special for me. And it threw medium to high, but not a repurchase. Summer of Love from Teddy Bees. So this is mangoes, tangerines, dragon fruit, papaya, jasmine, and coconut leaves. This is okay. It's a nice fruity scent, but it's nothing special. And I will say again, this was light to medium. This one did not throw particularly well. I didn't have it in a space where the aircon would have impacted it too much. I could smell it. I could smell fruitiness, but there was nothing, you know, sometimes this happens with fruity scents. I can just smell fruity. Like, particularly tropical fruity. But for me to really enjoy a fruity scent, like something like the pineapple or the mango or there's no pineapple in here, sorry, but the mango or the tangerine, if one of those two scents had really popped in this, then I probably would have enjoyed it. It's got dragon fruit in it, and dragon fruit's a bit of a nothing fruit. Like, it looks pretty, but it doesn't really taste or smell like a lot. It kind of, yeah, so I almost feel like maybe the dragon fruit's kind of just pulling the whole combo down like it does to a smoothie. So yeah, I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't anything great. Wouldn't get it again. This one though, I love. Teddy Bees Balsam Beach. So this is vanilla balsam, ocean driftwood, and a touch of sea salt. This is just one of my absolute favorites from Teddy Bees. It's one of my favorite vanilla balsam combos. You can definitely smell the vanilla balsam, but the saltiness and the slight woodsiness, oh, it's heaven. Absolute heaven. And it just pulls that vanilla balsam out of that kind of, this is a wintry scent, right into, I can melt this all year round. I love it so, so much. It always throws really strongly for me. This will always be a repurchase. I think after this bag, I have at least one more souffle. I've been stockpiling this one a little bit. Teddy Bees Grown Women Shit. So this is Palo Santo, Orchid, Amber, and Smoked Vanilla. I loved this so much. I was so surprised by how much I adored this scent. Kind of annoyed at myself because I did not get more in the ready to ship. The Teddy Bees ready to ship. I feel like I've been waiting for it for months. I know I haven't, but it feels like I have. It should be here this week. So it sat at the forwarder for a long time, and then I shipped it on the slow boat. But there's none of this in there, and I'm like kicking myself. It was so pretty. I think I looked at the orchid and amber and I went, oh, that's going to be kind of like a feminine sort of scent. You know, she's got a few of those. They're okay. And it is, but the palo and the smoked vanilla. Oh my goodness. It's much, I will say it's even better warmed up than cold. Like, it smells pretty good here now, but warmed up, wow. I'm going to request for this one for the next pre-order. I really hope it gets up because this was just absolute heaven. And it threw pretty well. I'd say medium high in my bedroom. So definitely a great scent for the bedrooms. Like, I don't know, just the kind of spicy, sort of creamy, smoky wood, like vanilla-y wood combination with the sort of feminine orchid and amber. Just loved it. Loved it. Fiji from Teddy Bees. So sea salt, driftwood, green clove, vanilla, warm vanilla sugar. I've melted this a couple of times now. It doesn't throw very well for me. It's not a bad scent. Even though green clover and aloe and warm vanilla sugar are two oils that I'm a little bit, they're okay. But yeah, I got light throw from this. I like the sea salt notes and driftwood notes in here. Like, I'm just into those things. So I got little wafts of that sometimes, and that was nice. But other than that, like, yeah, not something I would get again, unfortunately, because just the throw's not there. Teddy Bees, The Perfect Storm. So this is sea spray, ocean water, citrus, damp leaves, dark amber, and oak moss. This is incredible. I've been in love with this for so long. I've had this loaf since October 2020 because I had a loaf and then she had it in another pre-order and I panicked and bought another loaf. Thankfully, this thing is still throwing like an absolute beast, even though it's over 2 years old now. I do have another souffle after this too. It is just this incredible combo of, it's not like super salty, but like oceanic tones, deep amber and citrus scents, like earthiness from the leaves and the oak moss. Even though it adds earthiness, it's still to me very deep ocean. I'm just, every time I melt this, it makes me so freaking happy. Like, I just, yeah. I shouldn't jinx myself, but I feel like this is a scent I will never get sick of. So, love it. Great throw for ever a repurchase, I think. Just incredible stuff. I melted a lot this week. I still got a fair bit to get through. Teddy Bees Miami Vice. So this is fresh pineapples, coconut leaves, strawberry daiquiri. Daiquiri? I still don't know how to say that. And I don't know if it's... I don't know. Anyway. This is a scent I used to absolutely adore. My nose has shifted on it, unfortunately, and now it's a bit too sickly sweet for me. I enjoyed it a little bit more this time than last time. Last time it almost made me sick. It was so sweet. This time, you know, the pineapple is nice, but the strawberry just... It's very, very sweet. So, yeah. It's not bad, and it throws really, really well, but, like, I've gone from, like, being absolutely obsessed with this scent to just being, like, I don't know. So, I don't think it's going to be a repurchase. I'm going to melt a bit more of this summer, because, obviously, it's a loaf that I really only melt in the summertime. But, yeah. Cotton Soft Vanilla from Teddy Bees. So, this is vanilla, tonka, bean, musk, and soft laundry. I don't remember this one melting at all. And I've melted it twice now, so I don't know if that means it just doesn't throw for me or what. I can't really smell much of it right now, to be honest. So I think maybe just my nose and this one don't get along very well. So I'll try it in my office next time, and I'll see if that helps me get a better read on it. The Mist from L3. So this is Ozone, Saltwater Mermaid, and Abalone. This one is very, very strong. It's a like, not a love for me. So I've realised Saltwater Mermaid, not a huge fan. It actually, even just sniffing it then, it does seem to be a headache trigger for me. It reminds me a little bit of, there's an oil I think out there called Seaside, which is kind of beachy, but it's got like florals and stuff and maybe some fruits, and it just, it aggravates me and it gives me a headache. And I think Saltwater Mermaid is the same. So I love Ozone and Abalone, but yeah, the Saltwater Mermaid just makes this a bit like only okay for me. Throws well, not a repurchase. Cheesecake cookies and blackberry jam. So from Teddy Bees. So this is sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice layered with sweet blackberry jam. This was really nice. Her cheesecake cookies is a nice bakery scent. It's not one like I'm like over the moon about, but it is just a good solid cheesecake scent. I think I prefer her cheesecake blends. She has a lot of really good cheesecake, particularly fruity cheesecake blends. I think I like them a bit more than cheesecake cookies, but her cheesecake cookies I think is a good base. So it goes really well here because the blackberry jam smells really nice with it. This one is really delicious. It's not my favorite of her cheesecake scents. I have other cheesecake scents from Teddy Bees that I've enjoyed more, but this one is still really good. Throws kind of medium. Could be stronger, I think, but still really, really nice. I don't know if it'll be a repurchase. Maybe, but it is, like, it's good. I don't know why I don't remember this one melting. So Costa Rican Rainforest from L3. Like, it smells so strong and cold. Like really rich, earthy dirt and tree. Like rainforesty, earthy dirt and tree. But I don't remember it melting, so I'll comment next time. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I just went to bed and crashed. Teddy Bees Pink Boom Boom Boardwalk. So pink sugar boardwalk, marshmallow clouds, and boom boom cream. I actually enjoyed this one time around. When I first I went a bit overboard with Teddy Bees about more than a year ago. I can't remember. There was a pre-order that had a bunch of Boom Boom scents when Boom Boom first kind of went mad. And I bought a bunch of them, and then I realized that I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I kept melting all of them at once, and I was just like, ugh, I'm just so done with Boom Boom already. But this one, this time, because Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds as well is another one that I'm a little bit like, just, it's a bit sweet, a bit girly. Sometimes it pops up in a nice blend, but most of the time I'm just a little bit not in the mood. But this one, I don't know, I feel like the pink sugar was coming through more, and I was like, I'm enjoying this. It's nothing I feel like I need to get again. Like, I don't need to buy it for the pink sugar, but it just, this was the first time I've melted it and not just kind of been, yeah, like, not in the mood for it, you know. So, threw pretty well. Not a repurchase, but, you know, it was alright this time around. Island Bakery from Teddy Bees. So this is pineapple, peach nectar, tropical fruits, slight hint of coconut milk, strawberry pound cake, and iced lemon cookies. I love this scent. It's not bakery. I smell no bakery. I get maybe the touch of like a slight creaminess from the strawberry pound cake, but that is it. But it is an amazing tropical fruity scent. So like when I mentioned the one Summer of Love, which like another tropical fruity scent, just being so meh, this one here, the Island Bakery, this is the kind of tropical fruity scent that I'm looking for. Like super interesting mix of fruits. I feel like the lemon from the lemon cookies just really brings this one together. Lemon with a bit of pineapple, I think, is a really nice combo. The lemon accentuates the pineapple really well. Yeah, so I love this one. Again, I don't know if it will be... This one, maybe I'll be able to get it into the next pre-order because the pre-order is late Jan, which means the wax is not going to start going out until late March. So people are going to start getting their wax in early April, and a lot of people want to cure Teddy B. Don't like doing the maths. So Island Bakery might actually be something that people will want, because if it goes in the next pre-order, then that means it won't be ready to melt until like kind of late summer for the US. So that one, I think I want to try and get into the next pre-order because I really want some more of that. Throws really well too. Soothe from Teddy Bees. So this is sweet lavender, cotton and cashmere, clean green clover and aloe. I think I've just come to realize this one is just not something I'm a huge fan of. Her lavender, not the biggest fan. Green clover and aloe, there are blends I don't mind it in, but overall, not the biggest fan. I actually did put this one in my like purge pile, and then I pulled it out again. But it could probably go back. Like, it's just... Yeah, I think if you like that green clover and aloe oil, then this is going to be a great scent for you. But because it's not an oil I like, it's kind of fresh and laundry-like a bit, but I don't know. I find it hard to describe. Throws pretty well, but yeah, it's not a repurchase for me. Mango milk tea from L3. So I mentioned the mango cobbler oil earlier as one of these newer oils from L3 that smells much better cold than it does warm. This one I had to change out, and I'm so disappointed because it smells amazing on cold. On cold, it smells like a mango milk tea. It smells like if I got a mango milk tea from like a boba shop. It smells like that. But it goes sour when you warm, which smelling it here, I can kind of pick up that note in the background, but it's like the fruitiness with the milk just curdles when you melt it. It smelled so sickly and just off. I just did not enjoy it. I had to turn it off. It was very, very strong. Oh, I'm just so sad it didn't smell like this. So, not a repurchase. This labelless bag is Belle of the Ball from L3. I'm just going to put my feet on my tripod stand. And this one, it's weird. I can't smell much coming off it cold at the moment, but it did really well this time. Previous times I've melted this scent, it hasn't thrown super strongly. I should say the notes. I obviously don't have the notes, but it's a bakery, and it's got like lemon cupcakes, and it's got pineapple, and I love it. And previously I've loved it, but been like it should throw better, but this time I had it in my lounge room and it threw really well. So I really enjoyed it. Like I said, lemon, bakery, and pineapple, very good together. Might have coconut in it as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, I love this. We'll repurchase it. We'll just let it sit for a very long time because I feel like it needed to sit a very long time to get me throw going. Winter Island from Teddy Bees. This one is vanilla balsam, coconut sandalwood, type salty sea air. This one is good. It just doesn't, it's not as good as Balsam Beach. The coconut sandalwood in here kind of overpowers the vanilla balsam a bit. It kind of overpowers everything, actually. It smells very coconut sandalwood heavy, with just a touch of sea salt and balsam in the background. So I feel like if the coconut sandalwood was not as strong, then this blend would be much better, but because it's very strong, it's only okay. It throws very well. It's not a repurchase though, because, yeah. Teddy B's Raspberry Jam Frosted Sugar Cookies. So our signature sugar cookie and butter cookies topped with red raspberry jam. So this I very much like. Her raspberry jam oil is very delicious. It's very sweet. It's just a very good oil. And I've been really enjoying her frosted sugar cookies too. Yeah. My only complaint with this one is it's only medium throw. I do wish it threw stronger, but it's still very delicious. So yeah, this one's just nice when I just want, probably just for my office, just a nice kind of jammy bakery that's not like blackberry or whatever. This one is very good. This is the second, because I've been through a souffle of it, and so this is my second shape of it. I don't know if it'll be a repurchase after this one, because that, yeah, but it's good. Tangerine Vanilla from Teddy B's. So this is Tangerine Gelato, Vanilla Amber, Marshmallows and Magnolias. I love this scent. I've raved about this so often. It was in one of my top 20s. I can't remember what year, but I still adore it. It is still incredibly strong. Like just one of the strongest fruity scents around. It's super fruity, but the amber and the marshmallows and magnolias just... First of all, it gives it, rather than being like a real juicy, fruity kind of scent, it adds a kind of dryness to it. And then it also adds like a kind of polished, feminine sort of vibe. But makes it smell quite upscale, but it's still at heart, it's a fruity scent. Like it's just a very unique fruity scent. So yeah, I love, love, love this one. I've been through so much of it. This will always be a repurchase. It's just so good. It's one of my favourite scents from Teddy B's. The Riverlands from Teddy B's. So this is Palo Santo, Cool Mountain Air, Balsam Patchouli, Crisp Melon, Cedar, Crunchy Leaves, and Sandalwood. I love this one as well. And I love that this one is a true all year round scent for me. Because I melted this even though it was a warmer day. And I tend to shy away from earthy or woody scents on warmer days. But this one just has a beautiful, slightly melony. It is there, but I'm not a melon fan. And it is absolutely not like overly melon-like. But it just adds a slight fruity touch to the freshness. And it's so beautiful. So this is like one of the... like I can melt this in winter and autumn and spring. Because it's, you know, it's woody and it's earthy and it's fresh. But the slight melon makes this accessible in summer as well. Now, I am almost convinced, I mean, I could be wrong here, but this one, I swear, has Lush type Breath of God in it. I only made the connection when I got a sample of Breath of God from Hayden Rowe. And I was looking at the notes, I was like, the notes look quite familiar. And then I melted it, I was like, this is like... It's not the exact same as Riverlands from Teddy B's, but it is similar. They are either Breath of God is in here and Tiff has tweaked it, I think she's probably added more stuff to it. You know, she does often take like an oil and enhance it and tweak it, right? Because I don't think this is as woody. I think there's more like that Cool Mountain Air and the Palo Santo. So yeah, Palo Santo is definitely not in Breath of God. And I think that Cool Mountain Air component. But I swear this has Breath of God. I swear. Anyway, I love that oil and I love this scent. So I don't know why I haven't, like Breath of God is not one, like when I was into Lush all those years ago, I never used to really reach for that one. And even when I've been into wax, I mean, I haven't been gravitating to Lush scents in general because I kind of overdid them. But it's nice in a way because that is a scent I didn't do. When I melted that from Hayden Rowe, I was like, actually, this is a really nice one. And it's one that doesn't kind of throw me back, you know, 10 years to when I used to overspend on Lush. So, yeah, so long story, but I love that oil. Love this scent. Want to repurchase all of that. Diet starts Monday from L3. So this is cotton candy frosting, sugar cookie royale, Santa's on keto, sugared shortbread. I have enjoyed this loaf, but I think I'm done with this scent. I think I've melted enough of it that I'm just... Like, it's a very sweet cookie-like bakery scent. And I have enjoyed a lot, but yeah, so I think I might actually pull this into my box for next week because there's only like 3 pieces left here for me. Melt it and be done with it, and probably not repurchase it again. Like, I think a loaf was too much for this scent. It's always thrown really strongly for me. It's always been like kind of a background bakery scent, so like something that I'll melt in the house when I'm working in the office. So it's never the scent that I want to melt like and be around. I'm happy for it to be out there when I walk around the house, but it's not like the main event scent, if that makes sense. So probably worthwhile not repurchasing that. Another labelless one. I feel like my labels are just, ever since my drawers, because my drawers are too full at the moment, and I just find that means that things get a little bit knocked around and the labels fall off, and then I can't find them because the drawers are too full. So another reason why I need to get my collection kind of downsized a bit. So this is Mosaic from Teddy Bees. So this is a peach cobbler and raspberry scent. And I really enjoy this now. When I first got it, it had a slight sourness to it and I just didn't love it. But lately that's just developed into like this real full-bodied kind of tang, and I've been really vibing on it. I think it's got sugar cookies as well. So yeah, I think I might melt a bit more of this summer, because this is the kind of real rich, fruity summer bakery scents that I've been gravitating to this summer. So I've been really enjoying this, and it throws really well. I've just realised there's a hole in the bag though, so I'm going to have to fix that. But it is throwing very well, so you know. Strawberry pumpkin pecan waffles from L3. So I melted this up here in my office this morning. It's not bad. It's okay. It's not like one I'm like crazy about. I do enjoy her pumpkin pecan waffles. Her strawberry oil's not bad. It's a little artificial. So this kind of smells a bit artificial. Throw was kind of medium. I had it on when I was filming my Super Tarts video, and I could smell it a bit, but not super much. So that one's not a repurchase, but it's okay. Summer sorbet from Teddy Bees. So this is fresh lime, pineapple, orange, raspberry, lychee sorbet, and warm weather. This one, I'm not the hugest fan of. The warm weather scent, I think, smells like soap in here. So this smells like fruit and soap. Like, you start smelling it and the fruity combo smells really good and promising, and then I smell soap. So not the biggest fan of this scent, unfortunately. It throws sort of medium as well. It's not the strongest. Not something I'd repurchase. I might let this one go. Like, every time I melt it, I walk into the room, I'm like, oh yeah, that's an okay fruity scent. Oh, soap. So I don't like, I'm not a soapy scent fan. Charming from Super Tarts. So this one sat around. Actually, I feel like it sat around for longer than it has. It's February 21, so it's nearly 2 years old. I suppose because I've melted very little of it. Because again, this is one of those scents that, so it's grapefruit, I think, and sugar cookies. And I should love that, but like the grapefruit is just a little bit too tart and overpowering for me to want to melt in the mornings. But the sugar cookie makes me not want to melt it in the afternoons. I thought when I bought this, because I had a clamshell and I fell in love with it, and I was like, this is a great one for summer. And it is. But there's just so few melting opportunities for me. Like, I feel like I might melt it twice in a summer. So to have 2 full donuts where I can get, like, God, there's like 8 melts in this piece here. So there's like 16, 24, just too much. So maybe I feel like I've got a bit of a de-stash pile brewing. Not that helps people in the US, but I do sort of Australian boxes of wax every now and then. I feel like I've got maybe enough to do one of those soon. Maybe, not all of this, but I might send some of this away, because I know I'm just never going to melt all of that. So it's nice. I like it, but yeah, not a repurchase. I Heart Vanilla Blackberry. So from Teddy Bees, this creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, boardwalk marshmallow, and juicy blackberries. So I have not had the greatest relationship with the I Heart Vanilla scents. On cold, it smells really good because the vanilla milkshake makes it smell like a kind of malty vanilla to me. But when you melt it, the boardwalk marshmallow clouds comes out really strongly, and then it just smells kind of like a perfumey vanilla. So that hasn't been the greatest scent for me, but I really love it here. This just smells like the most amazing creamy blackberry that I've ever smelled. I don't know if I smelled many creamy blackberries, to be honest, but this is just really good. Because it's super creamy, but both aspects of it hold its own. It's very fruity. It kind of changes the blackberry in a way. Like, it's definitely blackberry, but it just, I don't know. I love it though. And it throws really well. So that one I would repurchase. That has been probably the only I Heart Vanilla scent so far that I've really fallen for. Raspberry Dragon Fruit Cream Soda from L3. This one did not throw very well. It smelled okay. Mostly, it just kind of smelled fruity. Like, I think I mostly smelled the raspberry. I feel like I didn't really get much dragon fruit or cream soda. So yeah, just kind of generically raspberry fruity. Yeah. Light to medium, not a repurchase, unfortunately. It does smell nice, but yeah. L3 Strawberry Pound Cake, Vanilla Cookies, Vanilla Butter Fudge, and Vanilla Bean Noel. Very much enjoy this one. It's just the right mix of scents with her Strawberry Pound Cake. The vanilla, I really enjoy Vanilla Butter Fudge. Like, it's dense and almost slightly yeasty, but sweet as well. And I feel like the Vanilla Cookies and the Vanilla Bean Noel, like, they're not adding... This isn't too sweet. Like, this is a really delicious sort of strawberry-like bakery scent. So I really enjoyed this one. Throws medium to high. I do think I would get it again. Don't need a loaf next time, I think, but maybe a scoop. I think a scoop would be good for that one. Fresh baked bread, fresh baked strawberries and vanilla butter fudge from L3. I really enjoy this one as well. Probably wasn't the best pick this week because I think with the vanilla butter fudge and the fresh baked bread, it was just a bit too bready. I think I melted it on quite a warm morning, and while I like a fruity bakery, a bready bakery is probably not quite where I want to be. So yeah, I enjoy it, but I remember thinking, I was like, it's a bit much bread today. So, like it, possibly a repurchase in the future. It throws well, but yeah, it just wasn't, wasn't hitting me in the right spot when I melted it. Between the Sheets from Teddy Bees, the Magnolia Blossoms, Green Leaves, Sandalwood Melon, Stainless Steel, Lavender Jasmine, Fresh Ozone. So I had this in my bedrooms tonight, and I forgot what I was melting, and I was trying to place it, and I couldn't for the life of me, because I swear I thought I could smell like a saltiness, like a salty sea air blended with something kind of deep and a little bit fresh. And I don't know, looking at these notes here, how I got there. I guess it's the Fresh Ozone. Maybe is giving me that, but it definitely smells kind of salty, but it smells really good. I'm really enjoying it in there as well, but yeah, definitely getting a saltiness from it. Maybe it was wishful thinking. Maybe I just wanted to be melting something salty. Anyway, throwing pretty well in there. It's possibly a repurchase because I do enjoy it. I'm nearly done. L3 Peach Raspberry Jam Cheesecake and Fresh Baked Bread. Don't like this one very much. I've realised that L3's L3's Raspberry Jam is no good for me. It's sour. It's really sour. And blended with the peach, it just... Look, the Fresh Baked Bread, I think, saved this from being unmeltably sour. But I've had this problem with the Raspberry Jam from L3 before as well. I think it might just be something wrong with my nose, because I know other people love it, but for me, her Raspberry Jam is just so sour. Like, compared to the Teddy Bees is such a juicy, sweet Raspberry Jam, and this one is just not. So, this one throws pretty well, but yeah, not a repurchase. High Class from Teddy Bees. So this is Blackberry Sugared Violets with Creme de Boom Boom. This is one of those Boom Boom ones that I'm just like, look, it's okay. And the Blackberry Sugared Violets is really strong. I don't know if I'm like in love with that oil anymore either, if I ever was. Very intensely floral. And yeah, just a bit feminine and perfumey, and not in like a way that I love. So it's okay, and it was quite strong, but yeah, not a repurchase. And then the last scent I have here is Teddy Bear's Spring Jubilee. So this is peaches, apples, berries, and clean cotton sheets. I think I've liked this more in the past. Sometimes I really enjoy the fruity mix. It's just really fruity and fresh. And other times that clean cotton sheets comes through and then it's kind of fruity laundry and then I'm less into it. And I think this time around I got more of the clean cotton sheets. So yeah, it was okay. It's not a bad sort of fruity scent for the bedroom. I think the clean cotton sheets kind of helps a bit with that. But sort of, it was pretty strong throughout. I feel like maybe not as strong as it used to be. Maybe this one's kind of on the edge. It's not a repurchase. I might try and finish this one off over the coming months because I just feel like, because that one was incredibly strong the first time I had it and this time it was just strong. So, all right, that's it. That's everything I melted. It is a lot because, like I said, I did Sunday to Sunday, plus I did melting on my work evenings. So, yeah, lots of wax. Anyway, I hope you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.